valiant soldier in the ranks. We've lost him to the female trickery of feminism, but it's okay. We're going to keep on pushing.
What's not laughing? It's your boy laughs. I made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. Putting it in your face.
Oh, that was crazy. That's not where I thought he was going.
Whoa. I ain't got no problem with dark-skinned girls. I bang them all the time. Wait, hold on.
How have you done it, Joe?
What's good? It's your boy, Monray Hudson, sneaking in from an undisclosed location because I am known as Open Sesame, because we're about to expose some truth today.
Yeah, whatever. No, we're not letting you get
homoerotic.
We're not letting you go.
Homoerotic.
Anyway, what was it? What did Eddie Winslow come out with? Excuse me, what did you say?
My name is Open Sesame today.
What did you say, Eddie Winslow?
What are you opening, huh? What is
we're opening the door to
what?
the rabbit hole of truth. That's what we're opening today.
What did Eddie Winslow come
Cat
out
Williams
with?
told us all shall be revealed.
What did Eddie Winslow come out with?
I have no idea.
Why do you keep bringing up Eddie Winslow?
Yes, because I want to know what somebody said something about Eddie Winslow came out with some kind of video thing of something on Mostly Fans about what? What's it called?
Bussy Matters.
Okay.
I was about to say.
You will not cut us off in the middle of such banter. Anyway, go ahead. Are you doing it?
And as you see, I'm joined with my colorful crew of collective people. First and foremost, we have the one who watched Pet Cemetery. It is Zelda.
I really did watch Pet Cemetery. It was really like that.
Like for the first time?
No, it's really like that.
I was saying, no way you saw that shit for the first time.
Oh, because I was like, damn, you late.
Well, the one who doesn't believe you next to him, it is the Afro Comedy 765.
You already know. Your local neighborhood scumbag hitting the folks a daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day.
Under him, we have a vision of loveliness herself. It is, of course, the Ebony Moonbeam.
Hey, everybody. You already know you can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam on all social media platforms. Cosplayer, podcast host, shit talker, debaucherous whore. The list goes on. Yep. Blonde Beam is gone. So I no longer get to blame my hair for all of this.
In other words, that means be prepared to sell your soul if you shoot them DMs. Otherwise, of course, it is finally the Biggie's hallway himself. You need to go, William.
If anybody knows the beautiful verse from Biggie Smalls, lights get dimmer down Biggie's hallway. There may have been some technical issues going on earlier this week, and it's okay.
It's okay. He is here now. Of course, it's not okay for everybody. You know, as we've unfortunately come to find out, I thought this was going to be a relatively slow week. We would have some more games, something to play for your entertainment. But some breaking news ended up coming out yesterday. CNN ended up getting and releasing video footage of Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs assaulting Miss Cassie.
What is that? What is that, Afro Commie? What does that mean?
It's the stomp.
Oh,
now, of course, I will not show you the fullness of the video on here. Can't do that for obvious reasons, but you can see it pretty much everywhere at this point. You get a few clips, not clips, but a few, pictures from that moment. Basically, I will, do my best to fill in the gaps for you as what happened. Basically, around March 2016, in a hotel, Mr. Combs became extremely intoxicated. This is from CNN themselves, and followed Miss Ventura or Cassie out of their shared room and caught her on the elevator and say he punched her. Well, no, this initially he got intoxicated and supposedly punched her in the face. And then after he fell asleep, she tried to leave. As she exited, Mr. Combs woke, ran down the hallway, began screaming at her, and, grabbed her. And if you've seen the video, you already know how he grabbed her, basically grabbed her from her hair, from the back of her head, snatched her to the ground, kicked her, dragged her by her hair out of the camera's range. Pretty horrible sight. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that kind of treatment of them in any way, shape, form, and fashion. I don't care who you are. So it was horrible to watch. And unfortunately, this comes from even after the lawsuit settlement that happened back in November, December-ish of last year, where he quickly settled a suit that she ended up getting against him. And then, of course, we seeing this is all the way from back in 2016. This isn't even the same time frame. But unfortunately, what does need to be taken aware of is the LA County District Attorney's Office had to release a statement that even though they are aware, of course, you cannot be aware of this, they are unable to charge Mr. Sean Combs for the assault because the statute of limitations, which is the time frame in which you have to basically try a crime before a court of your peers, has run out. In LA, the statute of limitations for assault, I believe, is around 3 years. And so, unfortunately, even though we have video evidence of Sean Combs actually doing this to Cassie, they're unable to try him for this particular case. Now, of course, there are people, everybody like Kodak Black's lawyer, randomly, that thinks that, this could lead to an even bigger case that is not even, just they obtain the video. It could be a leak. Of course, how they obtain the video and how they got the footage known at this time, like themselves. But it's a horrible situation. Basically, P. Diddy has been exposed as an abuser. Ain't really a lot else to say other than just wow. So we're gonna start from the bottom, work our way up. Unico Williams.
If you don't mind, thank you for allowing me to start this thing off. Okay, man, this is nasty, bruh. I hate this. I just for Cassie's sake, because I believe what she was saying when she said it. I believed it. It's just we just didn't see it, right? We had the Ray Rice incident. We had the whole elevator incident, with Jay-Z and all that type of stuff. We had all these things happen, right? These things happen, and they were just on paper. And then stuff came out for Ray Rice and for Jay-Z. They actually came out. We had video footage. This is way worse than I'm not like all Saul's bad, right? All Saul's bad. Can we all agree on that? All Saul's bad. Keep your hands off people, period. Male or female, keep your hands off people. But the thing is, this is sad and sickening. And it's like this is on some this is what's it called? Help me out, Ebony Moonbeam. What is it called when a guy just thinks they're just more better than everyone else, like a woman or anything like that? Like not a what's it called?
Superiority complex.
I can say that. That works, but I'm saying especially towards women in a sense, like a man just feels like they're just way over women.
Misogynistic.
Or okay, misogynistic word. Does that work?
It's like a hatred of women, though.
This is it's all of those wrapped into one. Like this is a really bad thing. Like it looks bad. Like I can do anything I want to you. You are my property. I'm gonna kick your ass, and then you're gonna stay with me 3 more years after this, because let's not forget they split up in 2019. This incident happened in 2016, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just nasty looking work that's what happens to people. I don't want to say black men. Don't say black men. Don't do that. We don't want that. We're just gonna say, is this what happens with people with power? Because we know that and I hate to bring our people into this, that people that look like us, but even in African nations, their higher ups treat them just like how the white higher ups kind of treat us in America, like they run shit. And so if you go over to Mozambique and things like that, you'll see that the higher ups still treat people like that. And is that what's going on with this situation? So there we have that. So if we're saying the statute, and this is my last point, I'm gonna leave y'all. If the statute of limitations is over with in regards to this, even though we have film on this, what are we doing about the Bill Cosby he say she say? Because that's just he say she say, but we have actual footage. So y'all made Bill Cosby go to jail for he say she say, but we have footage. This man attacked a woman, but from behind, who obviously could not defend herself. For the people that are watching right now, he's about to square up to give her a haymaker to the back of the fucking head, face, whatever you want to call it. And he's got all the advantage in this situation. And there will be bases that are going to be thrown at her. So with that being said, if you can't give him criminal charges behind this, but all it does is say Diddy is everything that people are saying about Diddy is probably true, I'll give you that. Ruin his reputation. But you sent Bill Cosby to jail for he say, she say, and we're looking at this nigga do this shit right here. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll leave it to the panel.
That is one, of course. We do have to have our lovely lady speak up. Miss Ebony Moonbeam, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I was about to say, take me below you, Monterey.
Of course.
Yeah, I did not see this video coming. As I've said on the show previously when we first talked about Diddy, I said that I didn't want to throw out that it was definitely true, all the accusations and stuff, because of, how Black men are perceived already. And so I didn't want to automatically say, oh, yeah, he was guilty. I was going to let things play out. But I wouldn't be surprised, and that I had a feeling that it was true. And to see this, it's very disheartening. It's sad. It was definitely tough to watch because the video in its entirety is, though not gory or anything, it's still extremely graphic. There's a lot of kicking, and like he kicked the girl in her head and stuff, and she's clearly trying to get away. And at one point, she is being drug on the ground through a hotel lobby, like a hotel hallway. And no, just like Unico said, nobody deserves that. There's nothing to warrant that. If you guys get into volatile situations like that, then somebody needs to be the bigger person and just leave and cut that situation off, because it's not healthy for anyone. The fact that this came out, just like he said, this happened in 2016, and they didn't break up until like a year later,
2019.
3 years later.
Sorry, 3 years later, which also plays into the plays into the issue that I have with the statute of limitations. I think that 3 years is basically, we're finding out that even once this happened, she wouldn't have even been able to press charges the minute she left, because she was still in it. But it also ties into the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the mental and the traumatic connection that goes into some of these volatile domestic relationships, where people are always, which victim blaming is a thing, and where people are like, well, why didn't you just leave? Or what took you so long to come out and say something? And all
and
of
just
those
throwing
things.
a thought out here for you to speak on, if you don't mind. I'm sorry, I apologize.
No, you're fine.
The fact that how much would her lifestyle have changed had she just split from Diddy at that point? Would she have felt like, I just lost a whole bunch of all my everything because I left him after this situation, or what?
That could have played a part in it. It could have just been she was still in love. It could have been a couple of different things. There's a lot of aspects to why people choose to stay in relationships that are clearly broken. And so it could be a whole bunch of things. It could be, and you also have to remember, Cassie is a lot younger than Diddy. Cassie was very young during all of this. So there's a potential, and we don't know her background. We don't know what she's been through and stuff like that. So there are we're products of our environment, our experiences, our maturity changes with time. Love makes people do crazy ass things. I think everybody on this panel could probably say that they've stayed in a relationship at one point in time, way past its expiration date. And this is probably no different. I think that I believe that when footage comes out, like, I get the statute of limitations for coming forward, but when video footage of something like this comes out, I don't understand why there isn't some type of loophole in place, so where it's like, we have valid evidence and proof right here that something has happened. Mm-hmm. And even if she can't press charges, why can't the state press charges?
Because they pull them up. The state will pull them up on you real quick if they just want something to do.
Right. And I think that the fact that, just even what you said about like the he say, she say stuff, Bill Cosby, I believe that was at a different time too. Diddy, one thing that we've noticed is Diddy has this kind of aura about him that he's untouchable. He can just do whatever. And I think that not pursuing this in a legal way is just going to add to that no matter how much money and power, like regardless of the money, the power, everything, you can get away with doing whatever the hell you want to. And that's dangerous, especially because this type of behavior now, especially because we have social media and everything, these are examples that we're giving to the future. We're giving to the kids. We're giving to other people that you can get away with shit like this. And there's nothing okay about anything that happened in that video. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, this is just one video that came out from 2016. If we had, it would not surprise me that there's other surveillance footage catching them, because he didn't seem to be too pressed about that. And then you can see pictures and videos from them soon after that, like going out to events and stuff like that, where he just went on about his business. Like, that didn't affect him at all. And he wasn't worried or pressed. It would be one thing if this never surfaced. He didn't even pay somebody to keep this hush hush. He didn't think, oh, maybe they count that on the security camera in this fucking hotel.
He did
pay them.
He paid 50K. 50K to the
200.
Oh, and then now it's just coming back out.
It's 200 now.
Okay.
They first said 50K to the hotel, and then they found it in the raid. Is what they're reporting. They're reporting.
Well, then it's also how many other people did he pay? How many other people did he pay? How much is he hid from the world?
If I'm a hotel worker, I got a copy of that VHS tape, and I'm gonna give him one, and I'm gonna say, I swear to God, that's the only one, my nigga. I'm keeping the other one though. I got it.
Well, I'm sure that's how this got out. Somebody held on to this.
I have no idea about that. We don't know the details of how this tape got leaked.
Speculation.
Yeah.
Sprinkle in the alleged.
Right, allegedly.
Put it in there.
I'm just interested to see what this means for the case that they were already trying to build on him. Like, even though they can't charge him for that, can they use that in court?
That wasn't trafficking.
To bring up like doubt and well, it's not trafficking, but it does show character, and people they do use that in trial. Examples of poor character, times that you've lied. He came out and made statements that he never did all of these things, but now we have footage that he has. So I'm interested to see how that will affect his current case that they're building on him.
Well, to give
and prayers to Cassie.
Oh, yeah.
And whoever else has dealt with him. R.I.P. Kim Porter.
There have been other accusations.
What? Wait, what? I thought that was boyfriend and girlfriend.
There have been other accusations against P. Diddy in different ways. Like this Cassie might have been the first official civil suit brought up against him, but there have been multiple accusations of other people saying that Sean has done many other things. This is just another example. Shout out to Shadow Ezra on Twitter. Just another example to brought up. Be like, this is not the first time people have been down this road. Trying to say things about P. Diddy, and not just like the quotes or the funny memes and stuff about his parties. The different things, regardless. And the people that might be wondering, because there is somewhat statute of limitations even on civil suits. When Cassie did her original civil suit, it was brought under a specific act, supposedly the Adult Survivors Act, which is a law that gives victims of specific abuse, as long as they're 18 or older at the time of the abuse, they get like a 1-year window to bring in cases in New York, even after some statute of limitations have expired. So that's originally how she got her suit pushed through the first time back in November, December of last year. And so there are certain ways or certain pivots that you can do to somewhat still try to get, justice to be done. But LA is just saying, because of this, we can't press on this as far as like a criminal charge from us because, the statute of limitations ran out on that. And so anything else would probably be dependent on Cassie if you want to try to do anything else or anything of that nature. But that's just one spiel. We'll go to the Afro Commie 765. You'll be up, my friend. Speak your piece.
Oh Lordy, I told y'all this nigga was a super villain.
You did.
I mean, we knew that. Come on, we knew this shit. I didn't need video evidence to corroborate the point that Mr. Take That is a bad person. It's a fucked up situation, but I gotta play my gimmick. Devil's advocate here, folks.
Wait. Are you about to find a bright spot for P. Diddy right now?
Fuck no, I'm not finding a bright spot for P. Diddy.
That's what a devil's advocate is.
Well, no. I'm just going to push a narrative that could be contrary to the narrative at hand.
Okay, I'm here for it.
That is the core of a devil's advocate. It doesn't have to be. Good job, Diddy. You should have hit her with a stiffer left on the fucking second one. Is that what you were looking for?
I didn't think it was going to say that.
That's not what I was going for.
I didn't believe that.
Really poorly.
Oh, well, at least it's me.
Do not put that up.
What if she slapped that nigga and ran out the room while he was asleep?
No, okay, look.
That's what you about to say.
Allegedly, Diddy was fresh out of a freak off before this happened. Allegedly.
Okay.
So, okay. Here's the thing, and I'm all for. Look, we all know I'm a therapy Negro through and through. I'm a scumbag, but
therapy.
Mental health's important. But here's the thing with the whole Cassie situation. I can't help but feel like Diddy settling in court earlier. Man, you spent $30 million allegedly to avoid this exact scenario. You spent that $30 million, and we still have the exact same scenario. So at a certain point,
what's that? At that point, what happens?
Do I question Cassie's motives at all? Is what I'm getting at. She did make $30 million out of this situation.
Oh, here we go.
I've seen niggas take way harder hits for way
less than this.
Yeah, I've seen niggas
because they were fucking with somebody who made way less money.
No, listen, don't, before you get all super defensive, I'm not on patriarchy time just yet, but you could push me there.
Just yet, Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing, it is a fucked up situation, but at the end of the day, here's my devil's advocate thing, fucking mental health be damned. At some point, you as an adult, as a person, you gotta know when the fuck to walk away. 3 years is an absorbent amount of time after this.
We're getting into victim blaming.
Fuck it, I'll step over the line. Fucking, you should have walked away long fucking before this. Because you're not going to tell me this was the first time Diddy got crazy. I refuse to believe this. I refuse to believe that situation was the first situation. There's no fucking way in hell. If you want to go down the victim blaming route, fucking, I drive on both sides of the road. Fucking, here's the thing.
That's what you're doing. Call a spade a spade.
Always. I'm saying she should have walked away. She definitely fucking should have. And at the same time, I'm well aware. I've been thoroughly through the mental health care system. I promise. Here's the thing, whether she felt trapped or fucking she loved him or fucking, at some point, you gotta be like, come on now.
But everybody's rock bottom is different.
Shit. But listen, everybody's bones break damn near the same though.
Jesus
and some
Christ.
women end up in caskets, let's be honest. So let's not go there.
Yo, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And
I'm just saying. As I've thoroughly entrenched myself into the devil's advocate role, I relinquish my time from now. I've said all I need to say.
I do want to say that he's not wrong.
I know.
About which part?
Please,
about yo, you gotta leave, man.
You said what?
You gotta leave.
Okay, I'm not even gonna do this because you know what? No, yes, I am gonna do this, and I'm sorry, but weren't you just getting your ass beat on a show like a couple of days ago?
Ooh.
When do you leave? When do you leave? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense to say shit like that. People get into relationships and put up with certain shit or whatever for whatever reason. And they stay for whatever reason. You cannot sit here and say that she should have left. If that is the case, like, when is too far? When is too much? Like that,
physical attacks are too much.
Let's go there.
Because whatever just happened on the episode could have ruined your relationship. That could have ruined your reputation because that was live on air. That could have ruined your reputation outside of just you putting up with that shit. But you're still there because then it happened. Then it happened the other day. You can't sit here and say that. That is the hypocrisy that pisses me off. People never know what they're going to do until they're in that situation. You can sit here and say from now till Christmas that she should have left when we have proof that you wouldn't even follow your own advice. That's not okay. And I'm not going to let you sit here on the internet and tell everybody that she should have left because
let's go back. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this then. Let's talk about it then. So let's talk about it. So we just
the devil's advocate reigns supreme.
We were supposed to we just know what they've been into. I'm saying we see on live footage that was fucked up shit. That shit, man, and that shit was not cool. I'll give you that. That shit ain't cool. No, it's not. But are there a lot of factors that are involved in those type of things? Yes, I definitely get it. But in that type of situation, then to stay 3 years after, that's kind of fucked up, man. Because to believe that shit happened consistently. All right, I get it.
That nigga tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car.
No, I get it. No, let's.
That nigga tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car. What are we talking about?
All right. That's enough.
No, ain't no enough. Because we gonna talk about me. Let's talk about me then. Because that's all. I don't know nothing about none of you niggas. But I understand and I get it. Y'all seen me. Y'all seen this shit on motherfucking live. Y'all got it. You got it. You caught
me. Heard it.
I'm not even talking about you. I'm trying to give an example of how you're saying one thing and you're living a different way than what you just said she should have did. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That is hypocrisy.
See, here's the difference between Cassie and I. I'm not a rich bitch.
What does that have to do with anything?
Everything.
Money alleviates certain circumstances without a doubt.
Honestly, that's even even worse. They say not helping her case.
They say money
doesn't understand her staying for money. What's your excuse?
They say money doesn't bring happiness. You a damn fucking lie. You're a
okay.
liar.
But that doesn't even help your case. That doesn't even help your case. That actually makes it worse because
you don't know my case. You don't know my case.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Is she rich? She rich? She Diddy rich? She Diddy rich? She Diddy rich? Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
Nigga rich.
Yo, the devil's
whatever the fuck that means.
Point today. Have you seen
whatever the fuck that means?
All
right. No.
I mean, man, I ain't here to. No, hold on. I'm gonna say this. I ain't here to tell my damn business, and ain't nobody need to worry about that shit. Now that shit is what it is, and it's content, and the content is the content. We don't need to delve into my personal issues because you don't know shit that's going on with me and what I got going on over here in my crib. So, is that the point you're trying to make? Is I don't know what's going on with Cassidy and Diddy, and that's why she stayed because there's probably something else. Okay, cool, you got it. Go ahead, carry on.
The fuck?
We'll leave it at that.
Because that's not even the point. But
no, that is the point.
The
point is
that wasn't.
Leave it
no,
at
hold on, no, fuck all that shit, man. Ain't nobody about to come for me. What I'm gonna say is this: I got what I got going on. Don't worry about me. Is that the same point you're saying about Cassie? And why she stayed with Diddy? She got what she got going on, and don't worry about her.
Is that leaving? You won't even leave your own abusive situation.
Did you call it that? Is that what you call? Cassie and Diddy?
That's a strike far further than abuse. Abuse into assault is a thing. There are varying degrees of violence. Let's leave it at
that. Move on to the next topic on some real shit before I start getting.
Can I rescind the devil's advocacy? I take it back. I'm taking back my energy. I'm taking it back. Everyone, calm down.
Like I said, I stand by my point, man. Some shit like that happened. Motherfucker ain't never put me on the motherfucking floor, kicked the shit out of me, and dragged me back to my motherfucking room. And I stayed, and I got millions of motherfucking dollars. Ain't no motherfucker about to do no shit like that to me. Point blank, fucking period. Next topic. Period.
That's cool.
Period.
No.
And that's that on that.
We'll move to the next person. Zale.
Are we still gonna keep about this? We keep we
gotta get through everybody.
No, go on and let him talk. I'm not gonna say anything else. So Zelman can say what he gotta say. You ain't gotta worry about me.
I ain't gotta worry about you.
Zale, you up.
Listen, First, I want to say instead of no Diddy, it's fuck Diddy, and I've been saying he's a weirdo, but I do want to go into this because it's a weird thing. Because I have seen people talk about this. It's a weird power dynamic, and if Monte, you can show the screen now. These are the people who music artists. Besides some try to leave, and these all people that signed to Diddy and passed away under Diddy. Not saying Diddy did anything.
All these people are dead.
All of them, every fucking one.
Even Craig Mack.
Yeah, Craig Mack died a couple years ago, though.
Yes, I'm just saying. So when people say he tried to hear the other screen, he tried to. Listen, look, you see this?
Yo, I told y'all that nigga tried to blow.
Wait, hold on. I thought we touched on this already. I thought we knew about. Is this alleged or do we believe this now?
No, I believe it. I believed it from the beginning.
I believed it from the beginning too. I'm gonna be real.
No, it's not just Cassie said it. Kid Cudi confirmed it. That's the
I was gonna say Kid Cudi said that shit happened.
So it's easy to just say somebody can just leave when this man has a history of just blowing up people's cars just because he took up for it.
That's the most mafia ass thing ever.
I'm just saying, it's just easy to say that somebody can just do something in a power dynamic when the dude is clearly unhinged and he can clearly blow up a man's car who lives in another state because he didn't like what he said about his situation with his girl.
The bad boy hitters are different, bro. Like I said, I was.
So I'm just saying, when you start talking about why it get a little shaky when a dude got this much power and he's out here partying even when the feds on him. I'm just saying. Then we also say, and then like I said again, I just want to go back to this screen just to make y'all know all these people are going as well. I just showed you the failed one, so I just want to keep that up while we talk. And then the power of fear and the power of loss. Again, if somebody holds your money, you have to change your name. You have to change everything about you. You have to leave. You have to hide. I don't know if you want to live in that situation until you have like some set thing that you can get out of. You have that problem. So it's like when you do the power dynamic, it gets real icky when you do things like this. So that's one thing I want to just clarify because I saw that talked about. And the other thing I want to talk about is why wasn't the reaction this in the first place and just believe people? I believed in the first place, but this elicited a more emotion because it's the power of sight. When the more a human being sees something, the emotion of hearing something, the emotion of seeing something is way different than when you hear it. But I could give us a light example because this show been very heavy. So let's do a light example. Some people like, yo, he's fast. Talking about me, I'm a fast person. But until you see it, you don't really know how fast I am. Or you see a 4.3, you're like, oh, you don't know how fast that person is. When you go to an NFL game, you start seeing how fast they really are. You hear a 4.3 and like, that's fast. But when you see it, oh, that boy fast. So all that stuff is like why emotion is elicited and all that.
Circle that back around to Los for me.
God damn, can he just finish a point?
He just had finished and he took a pause. Don't do that, man. For real. Let's not do that Jump Joe shit today. Don't do that shit. We're not doing that. What I'm trying to do is this. I'm just having conversation. So we can have conversation. Let's have a conversation. Let's get that clear and out the way. What I'm trying to say is this. I said, so how does that circle back around to Los and what you're saying? Because he took a pause. Isn't that how dialogue works? You take a pause and then somebody has a chance to interject. Y'all know how to speak.
You can take that part out. This is right now. You can take this out. This part ain't that was about the power dynamics of people who lost lives.
So I just asked a question about Los, so don't come for me, man. Don't.
So I get what he's saying. He was like, "What they got to do with
it ain't that? It ain't that. I ain't pussy, bro. I know that y'all playing that, but it ain't that."
Did nobody say you was pussy now?
Well, no, because don't come for me. Don't come for me on my. Don't come for me on my. Don't come for me on how I do my dialogue with people. Like, don't come for me and say, don't let him finish his point. I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit. I let the man. He finished his point, and so I asked, how does that circle back to Los? Like I was making a different point about what's on the screen. Don't do that shit, man. For real, like y'all gotta chill, bro.
Why are you saying y'all? I haven't said a thing.
I apologize. I was talking to Sun Kid's waifu at this point because she's the one that said it. So I was talking to her.
Sure
anyway, continue on, Zelmay. I apologize if you feel like I interrupted you. I apologize because you probably would have said I interrupted you if I did, but I didn't. I just asked you a question. How does that circle back around to the people such as Los, who weren't as known as Biggie Smalls? I was asking a question as an interviewer. That's what niggas do when they go to school to learn how to do journalism. I apologize for asking an interview question. Go ahead.
That was just about a fear of power and all that. But like I said, seeing something is, when you see something, it elicits more reaction. When you hear something, you don't know how you react to something. A lot of people say how they react to something, but you don't know until you go through it. So that's all I wanted to say. I just want to get that out there and just clear up some miscommunication, because this, like I said, this is a deep topic that should have deep thoughts.
I understand it is a very passionate topic. I understand that. I understand emotions are going to get to fever pitches in certain aspects involving things like this. So I definitely understand it. That's why I mostly want to let people get their feelings out, regardless of which way they choose to stand on it. Sunkist Waifu, thank you for joining. You are up, ma'am.
It's so frustrating because I did see a lot of people like, oh, she did it for the money, so on and so forth. They question why she stayed for as long as she did, not knowing anything about what happens behind the scenes. As fucked up as it is, I am a survivor of shit like that. And I didn't leave right away. And because why? One, like Ebony said, initially I was in love. Two, we had a joint bank account, so I had no money to myself to escape. 3, I was isolated. So there are so many factors that play into why that girl did not leave or stayed for another 3 years. And for y'all to downplay that shit or question it, even after seeing video footage of this girl getting her ass beat, allegedly. It's fucked up. That's all I can say. It's fucked up. I believe that girl from the jump. And that's why a lot of people don't come forward, because people question their motives, their reasoning, why they didn't leave, why they stayed, whatever the fuck question you got going in your mind. This is why women are scared to come forward, or even men. Some men get abused in this manner. But this is why, because people want to play devil's advocate. Well, what if, or what's the possibility of, the man's a monster, period. He's a fucking monster. Once she finally got out, kudos to her. She lived her life. But this shit right here, I've lived that. And it's fucking terrifying. Doesn't mean I could leave right away. But still, like, y'all got to understand. I'm sorry.
Speak.
Everybody can have a fucking opinion until they're fucking living it. I've lived this shit. So anybody who doubted that girl in the first place, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. That girl deserved better. She got better in the end. And I hope he pays for everything he's done to everybody he's ever done it to. I'm dead.
I got you. Ultimately, it's not necessarily going to be a long show for this. It's just we needed to make sure to bring this more awareness to anything like domestic violence, anything kind of assault, any kind of action or anything of this nature. It's not something that you should ever tolerate if you're a part of any of this. If any of this has ever happening to you, if you are in any kind of relationship, I don't care if you're gender, I don't care, man, woman, boy, girl, child, old person. Nobody ever deserves this kind of treatment. Nobody ever deserves to be treated in this manner. My prayers go out to Cassie, extremely strong woman, for being able to survive this and have a powerful story to come out of it. And as you can see, it brings up a lot of emotions. So if you are going through anything like this, you know somebody going through like this, don't be quiet. Please speak up, reach out to somebody. There are groups that can help to save your life. Because this kind of treatment, this kind of thing is not right. It's horrible. Yes, Puff Daddy Sean Combs has been revealed to have been a monster. To be anybody that's capable of this kind of thing, it's just wrong. It's wrong in so many levels. Not really a lot of ways, to try to dress this up or make it sound nice. It's not. And so my prayers go out to everybody who's ever had to deal with anything like this. I plead to you, please reach out to people. There's different things, therapy, whatever you need to do. But there's nothing wrong with having pain, and there's nothing wrong with healing as well. So please, you're not alone in this. You're never alone in this. And so my heart goes out to everybody that's ever been a victim of anything of this nature. Please remember, you're never alone in anything like this. All I really have to say for this, we just leave you with these thoughts. Ultimately, remember, you're not alone. Nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with suffering through this. It's not your fault in this nature. Nobody deserves this kind of treatment. Nobody deserves this kind of hurt. Nobody deserves this kind of pain. Nobody deserves it. Always remember that. Always know that. Even if you're ever going to be gaslit, even if you're going to be blamed, you're a strong person for being able to speak out against this kind of action. You're strong, and it takes the strongest people to be able to go forward and tell your story, no matter the backlash you may receive, no matter the doubts that you may receive. No matter what, it takes a strong person to come up and tell this kind of story. So applause. My heart goes out to Cassie and to everybody that's ever been able to be a strong enough person to speak their story and speak their truth. So that's all I got to say. Anybody else with any final words? Any final things to say regarding this? Going once?
Okay, give me just a second.
Don't do it. Afro comment. If I let you go,
all I want to say.
Tell him, Kami.
We got time for nothing.
Listen, hold on. I've told him. We are.
Go ahead.
I told y'all this nigga was a supervillain.
Diddy is a supervillain. We have seen he is a supervillain, and now the Justice League has come, and we hope they come sooner rather than later.
And all over his face.
You literally want the Justice League to come around Diddy's face, and
I do, all over it.
Okay,
that's gonna be it.
You.
That's our
Martian Manhunter might have acid jizz.
On that note, we thank you all for watching. Joining in. This has been another episode of Make It Make Sense, trying to make sense of a very sensitive and emotionally charged subject. Like what you see, make sure like, comment, subscribe. Everybody, you want to reach them individually. Everybody can be reached on their social media tags, whether it be Facebook, Instagram. You want to see Zelmay, Afro Comedy, and Unico Williams. They're on everywhere from UnicoWilliams.com to Keep It 99, everywhere on TikTok. Of course, they're on podcasts. You want to see the waifus, Miss Ebony Moonbeam and Sunkissed Waifu. They are on Waifu Views every Sunday as well on these same Facebook channels. If you want to reach them individually, you can go to their different sites, see their link, their tags everywhere, and reach out to them if you want to speak to them or want to show them love. Of course, I'm Monray Hudson, everywhere it says Monray Hudson, especially on this show. Thank you all for watching. I think that's going to be it for today. Peace.